Irving Azoff, who was, longtime Eagles manager and was kind of a ferocious representative of artists, took a position at MCA Universal. And then David Geffen, who had founded Geffen Records. And so when Tom and Don Engel are refusing to give the album to CBS, they start shopping it around. Who do they go to? Well, they go to
T-Bone is on the other side. T-Bone is on the other side. T-Bone, Prime Cuts, podcast on the other side. T-Bone, Prime Cuts. The talk space where musicians matter.
Then came the choice between going with David Geffen or Irving Azoff. Tell us a little about the battle for the signing rights.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned these big personalities. Well, those
Yeah.
are them. Yeah, Irving Azoff, who was, longtime Eagles manager and was kind of a ferocious representative of artists, um, took a position at MCA. Yeah, at MCA Universal. And then David Geffen, who had founded Geffen Records. And so when Tom and Don Engel are working together to, refusing to give the album to CBS, they start shopping it around. And, who do they go to? Well, they go to Azoff, who's, they know is going to be, not going to be afraid to go up against Yetnikoff. Azoff saw getting a big artist like Tom as like hanging a Picasso up and
Yeah.
saying, "Hey, we made it."
Yeah.
MCA was at the time like one of the bottom of the totem pole record companies. And Azoff, when he came in, he like basically fired, some ridiculous number of their acts, like 40 out of 45 acts.
Yeah, I think it was a 41 out of 46 or something like that. It
Yeah.
was crazy.
Crazy, yeah. And so, he needed to fill up the roster again. Um, and so yeah, this ends up, but being this incredible back and forth over about 3 months, as first Geffen says, "Oh yeah, I'll definitely take Tom, I'll definitely take Boston, but let me talk to Yetnikoff first, because." It turns out he's actually pretty close to Yetnikoff. And so he's telling Don Engel one thing while he's telling Yetnikoff another. And Yetnikoff says, "No, you can't have Boston unless, you pay me the certain amount." And there's just like all this back and forth. And then Geffen says, "Yes, I'll sign the contract no matter what. We'll take him." Um, but he doesn't, he never signs on the dotted line. And then in the background, you have Azoff, who says, "Hey, just tell us what deal you gave Geffen and we'll sign the exact same deal and we'll deal with the fallout. We don't care." And eventually they sign up with Azoff and with MCA. But it was kind of one of these hilarious moments when these three record heads are feuding.
Now, I have a small connection to Azoff. When
Uh-huh.
I worked for the Doobie Brothers, I was hired by Bruce Cohn, who had managed them from the beginning for almost 40 years up till 2015 or so. At that point, they hired Azoff, and then within 3 or 4 months, they let me go. And I was told that they decided to go with someone in the office. So it wasn't him personally, just the organization.